stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. What's up, guys? Gear Locker. We're going to talk about some gear here. This week we ran BBD bags. We have not made those in quite a while. Pretty cool bag. It's really a sleeper. I think a lot of people are not really aware the capabilities and the expansions that you can do with this bag, which means I've done a poor job at educating you guys with that, or weaving the story in a manner that's eye-catching to you guys. So what this is it's the BBD bag, and it does stand for Big Black Dildo. I made these bags years ago, and then we made several of them. I think there was maybe a dozen of them, and we gave them to each of the guys, and I said, hey, load this bag up, but it's not for you. So put anything you want in the bag, and then we switched the bags up. So when you would go to do a gear review, and there's the video still out there, when I opened the bag up, I did not know what was in the bag, and nor did anybody else who had these bags. And Tyler got one, and there was a giant dildo in there, and it was full of condoms. And he opened it up at a gas station as this lady was stepping out of a Mercedes, and unbeknownst to Tyler, all those condoms just hit the ground. She died. She like just broke out laughing. She took it very well. Anyways, that's how it got the name. We asked, hey, what should we name this? General consensus with all the clients and friends on Facebook, and BBD stuck. That's what it's been called. You can change it to mean whatever you want it to mean. It's equal on both sides, meaning depth-wise on both sides it opens up. We are at 3, 6, 9, 12. It's roughly 12. It's a little beyond 12 inches wide. And it sits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 inches tall. It's probably closer to 8 inches tall. And then it's about 3.5 inches deep. Now, if you put a cardboard box in there that's exactly those dimensions, it's going to zip up, and it's going to be perfectly square. Obviously, if you were to put a small watermelon in here, it would still hold it, because it's soft nylon. And what you have is full PALS modular webbing all across the front and the back, and they are identical front and back, other than one side is where the shoulder strap attaches. You also have a handle right there, so you could strip that and still carry it around, no problem. General population, it would look like a small laptop bag or iPad or something like that. We've given you Velcro. Right here you've got 3-inch Velcro and 3-inch Velcro, and then we sewed 1-inch loop over the PALS webbing, so that even though there's Velcro here, the modular webbing is still slotted and usable. So you can affix things covering that. If you don't use it, you can just apply a patch to it. On the inside, almost the entire wall on both sides is Velcro. So that allows you to put whatever you want in there and use this for whatever you want. Now, it's a cool little EDC bag. All of our Velcro cards, our pistol mag cards, our organizer cards, all of our mesh pockets, they all fit inside this thing. And like most of our bags, we have built this bag around our mesh pocket sets. I know that's really loud, guys. Each side, you can put one large mesh pocket or 2 small mesh pockets. So you could have a large on one side, 2 smalls. Since we built this bag and designed it, we've come out with the extra small, which means instead of putting 2 smalls, you can put 4 extra smalls, or any combination that's going to fit in there. And then once those bags are in there, and you've got all of your EDC items, hard drives, cables, your flashlights, all your stuff's in there organized, you still have a good amount of room in the middle where you can put other stuff. And the way Jeff runs this, the way Scully has his, is he's actually got a Velcro adjustable holster canted to one side, and he had a 1911 in there. At least when we made the videos, he had a 1911 in there. He had dual pistol mags, and he had a Surefire light. That was one wall. On the other wall, he had our 4-mag rifle card, and he had 4 M4 mags in there. Super cool, a lot of stuff. I was surprised how well that laid out. Like, we hadn't really played with it at that point. I built it as an EDC bag for myself. And then he took a large mesh pocket with the PALS on the back and just put it in there to buffer the two, so that the pistol wasn't hitting those M4 mags. Not that it's a problem, but you know, that you can audibly hear it occasionally. But what he did with that, those slots, those PALS webbing on the back of that large mesh pocket, or any of them, you can put pins, pencils, chem lights. You can put all kinds of stuff down in there. Anything that has a little pocket clip on there fits perfectly in there. And then you have that whole thing, that whole pocket where you can put other stuff, whatever you want to carry in there. That could be med kit, could be all kinds of stuff. You could even use 2 smalls in between. So it bumps that out. Now, what this is also capable of carrying, to give you an idea, that some guys will get a better picture in their mind, this bag, you can put 4 M4 mags on both walls, so that gives you 8 M4 mags. Then you can put 4 on this side and 4 on that side. So this bag will have 4 M4 mags on both sides, plus another 8. That's 16 mags. You still have room inside for more. Though they're not going to index, though, because there's not a way really to index those. We haven't made a double stacked card like that. But you could put your utility pockets in, your mesh pockets in there, and still carry loose items and still have all of that magazine loadout in there. And it'll do it 100% perfectly well every day. You can also take, if you really want to bulk it out and you wanted mags on one side, or you really just wanted a bunch of utility stuff, you can put the 500 IV pouches, or you can put our 6x6 zippered utility pockets, and they will mate up and space perfectly. This is 4 columns of PALS here. That's the modular webbing that you use your attachments, your malice clips, or whatever you like to use will run through those slots, and they interchange. For guys that are not aware, new viewers to this stuff, these grids are they match up with these, and you have a thing called a malice clip, and there's 100 other companies making similar attachments. And it's a long strip of plastic, basically rubbery plastic, and it slides up through all of these here, and then you put it through one here, and then you put it through the next one here, and then you put it through this one here, and it loops back and forth. You can totally take that thing and just put it up there, both sides, latch it together the lazy way, and it'll hold. But it'll be very, very stable, almost as though it's sewn on, if you actually take the time to weave it properly. And they have soft ties and all kinds of stuff. But you could put, and this is a good sized pocket, our 500 IV pouch. If you've ever seen a bag of lactated ringers, or IV solution that's 500, that's this size. That's what we built these for back in the 90s, early 2000s for the SEAL teams. This is what they carried them in. And you can put these on both sides of this thing. So you can it'll look like a range bag. It in effect would be a great range bag, actually, because you have that main compartment where you can put larger things, and then you can compartmentalize the outside. Pat Mack carries a bag. When he was here, he was showing me his bag, and he's like, hey, can you build something like this? And I said, we have something very similar to it. And that would be this bag with utility pockets on there and then mags on the other side. I believe he had mags on one side, utility on one side, and he carries that in his Tundra everywhere he goes, he said. So if you wanted to add magazines, these are our triples. We make singles. So you could run a 3 and a 1, or you could run 4 singles. These are our rifle. This is our triple mag rifle. And this is bungee retention, and then has the Velcro liner. So you can run Velcro dot retention, whether you index your mags left or right, with just a piece of adhesive Velcro on the mag on one side. If you put it on both sides, it's too much Velcro. It'll mate too tightly. That's why we put it on both sides, so you can just flip it either way. We could also put our stacked M4 magazines out here. And if you're like, man, I want more security, Rallymans will fit here. Our CQB mag pouches, our patrol mag pouches, any of our rifle mag pouches will fit. Any of our pouches will fit on this thing. You're only limited by your imagination or your need for that. But that's the BBD bag. We just made them yesterday. You'll probably see, what's today? Friday. They'll probably see this Saturday. So we just made these. We've got them in inventory. If you can order it, these things will ship to you. We've got Typhon, and we have Typhon Toxic Green. We have other orders coming for them. These were just the oldest orders we had for those. A lot of times guys will hit us up. They're like, hey, will you run this? And I said, yes, we will. I don't have it. I put it in. I put one online. You can order it. And then we take that order, and then we go, okay, we want 10, 20, 30 extras of these things. And that's the BBD bag, and that is online. And The mesh pockets and all of our magazine cards integrate perfectly into that, as do our pistol mag cards, rifle mag shingles. And it's the same spacing that's in our tool bags. It's the same spacing that's in our backpack. So once you have a set of those or a couple bags and you're not utilizing it, you can take those internals out and they cross across all of the SOE platform. Everything we make is Velcro lined, and they integrate with anybody else's Velcro stuff also, where they also work very well with all of our mesh stuff, our Velcro pockets and our mesh, our Velcro cards, is they mount up on the inside of almost all of your gun safes, anywhere that carpet is. They made also to a lot of carpet and upholstery interiors in vehicles. So you can just set that thing on that passenger footwell. You can stick your medical pouch there or whatever you want right there. Tool bags, I don't know if we showed these last week. We've been running, for Valentine's Day coming up, we're spinning up and running some different colors. Purple's one of them. We just made a batch of purple tool bags. I don't know if we've ever done these before. If we have, there's not many of them out there. We just ran them. If you'd like to get something different, if you just love purple, I know a couple dudes do, or if you want one of these for your woman, significant other, we have done them in purple. There's some other colors coming. If you want something for Valentine's Day, I think we still have two weeks till Valentine's Day, maybe 3. Comment in here, hit us up. You know, we can definitely do, you know, Typhon pink thread, multicam black pink thread, whatever you want that's kind of hers. When we do that stuff, guys used to actually give a shit. We would post up pictures of hot black or black with hot pink single point slings, and then like toxic green and stuff. And they'd crawl out of the woodwork on Facebook back then. That'll get you killed. I'm like, oh yeah, that's what's going to get you killed. That's what's going to be. But they have ownership, right? You would see at the archery shops and at Big Five every fucking Valentine's Day or every Christmas. There's that dude, he's an avid bow hunter, and his chick, you can tell she doesn't want to be there, but he's buying her a bow, and it's the same bow he has. He's really buying him another bow. That's not really a good example because there's such a difference in, you know, draw weights and stuff, but this gives her ownership. You can buy another thing that looks just like yours and tell her it's hers. She doesn't give 2 shits unless you've got that 0.001% woman in the world, then you're super lucky. But most of them, they don't care. But when you buy her something that's got the hot pink in it, it truly is hers, and she'll have ownership in that. So that's why we do that stuff. People like it. We just ran some diaper bags. I don't know if we've shown these in this video series. We had some friends wanted diaper bags years and years ago, and it's evolved. We made a few changes to it over the years. We've got a pretty good video that we did with Josh, Gabby, and Scully. But what this is it's a diaper bag, and these front 2 pockets will hold 3 bottles, and they hold the plastic bottles with the disposable inserts, or they hold the actual glass bottles where you're using pumped milk and stuff. But these hold 3 bottles. So you've got 6 baby bottles where you can put your baby bottle, put 3 in one, and then the butt wipes and a couple of disposable diapers fit in the other one. But these are also sized, and this was just by sheer luck. These are sized. You can put 4 PMags in each of these pockets when you're done with this thing. When the kid's up walking and you're taking him to the range now, or you're going out in the desert shooting, whatever it is you're doing, this will work as a range bag. It'll work as a laptop bag. It'll work for a sports bag, beach bag, whatever you want to put in here, you can use it for. But there's a Velcro. These are lined on the back with Velcro, so you can put our dual rifle mag card in these. So the 2 against the back are indexed in there. The other 2 front ones are loose. It fits in here perfectly with 4 30-round PMags, so that's 8 in the front. You've got 2 strips of Velcro here. You've got the hook across here. The reason I did that is I didn't want all the pull tabs and stuff. On these pockets, you just reach under where there's no Velcro, whether you got gloves on or not, and you just get that dead space, and you just pull that up. On the back of the bag, there's a few things going on here. There's a plastic liner in the bottom of the bag, holds its shape and footprint. The back of the bag here is Velcro against the outside wall. That's so it's cross draw. You can affix your holsters, whether it's a flat back Kydex holster our Velcro adjustable holster. You can reach in there, and because it's not on this wall, it's on that back wall, you can perfectly get purchase on the grip of that pistol and pull that thing out. You can put whatever you want on that big piece of Velcro. The whole wall here is Velcro. Now, there's snaps here also. This opens up, and what I originally designed and built this for, we bought every changing pad that was on the market, and most of them accordion up or triple or quad fold, and they fit in here perfectly. What else fits in here perfectly is a laptop. Laptops fit in there perfectly. Full legal file folders fit in there perfectly. My lawyer, Dana, he used these, and I think he still does use a diaper bag in court when he goes to court. And then full-size, big format publications like Recoil Magazine. You know, I don't even know if they print that anymore, but that's how we always showed it when we would ever talk about it. You've got PALS webbing on the side, and you can put whatever you want here. Our Nalgene pouches fit here. We have a 4-column sustainment pouch, zippers pouch, 500 IV pouches, JetBoil pouch. Everything, you guys know what fits on these, and each column, typically the spec for them is 1.5 inches wide. So if you're ever looking at modular gear online and you're not sure how big it is, typically, if they've spaced it correctly, each one of those rows is 1.5 inches. And what that means is this bag right here is 6 inches wide. It's a little bigger than it looks on video. Zip right here, and we open it up to expose every wall inside. Every light in the house is on. Every wall inside is Velcro lined. And you can put anything you want that will fit on there. And we have a ton of stuff to organize this. Just like we showed earlier on the BBD bag, all that Velcro back stuff, you can put large mesh pockets, small mesh pockets, all kinds of stuff in here. And the reason I put the Velcro on the sides was for skinnier cards, to put flashlights and just keep those things. You know that stuff is always on the opposite walls right there, and then the baby stuff's in the middle. So you've got gun in the back, you got your lights and your other stuff indexed on the sides, and then everything else is for the baby. And then once that baby is up and walking and running and he's having babies, you children in your family who you have not even thought of, your children who are not born, when their kids are born, they will still be able to use this bag. This bag, when you are gone, people with your last name will still be passing this bag down. And that's the SOE diaper bag. And that's a custom. We only build these custom now. You used to be able to order them. We're too busy. We build them one at a time. That one right there is black and coyote. This one right here, I actually built this for Lewis from Tactical Response. And I don't think I'm letting any secrets out that he's about to have a baby. Because he's fucking not. He actually uses this as a range bag. He carries around his computers and stuff in this, and uses it for out on the range. And he loves Typhon Red. That is his bag right there that we built for him this week. And then this one is for my man Jake. We just built this one, and he went with the Multicam Black Royal Blue thread. And I guess it's safe to say his daughter's having a child. I don't think that it's a secret. I'm sure I think it's a secret they're getting her the bag, but she doesn't watch my stuff. So, and because it's blue, we put a splash. We put that blue liner in the bottom there. Features are all the same across. And this one here that's red, it's got the red in the bottom. Can you see that on camera there?
Let me do this real quick. Yeah, that's good. Turn it toward this way a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
So that's that. The only thing I guess left to say, these handles are Type 13 webbing. It is parachute pack tray webbing. It's what we make our 175 Cobra and D-ring belts out of. It's very robust. And we have spaced these long enough that you can put these on as a tote bag. They go right up on the shoulder there. They fit everybody that we've ever seen with one. And I don't know why I brought this in here. 4-mag war bag. Same type of deal, dead Velcro, so you can just reach under with your fingers, 4 mags. I think you guys all know what this is. Everything that fits in those bags fits in this bag, I guess. Just to show you that cross-platform, once you're invested into those pouches and such, if you don't have the funds to fully kit that bag out, you can pull them out of other bags that you're not currently using. You can also take all that Velcro back stuff. We make patch wall hangers. It doesn't seem to be such a big thing right now as it was 6 years ago, 10 years ago. Everybody was collecting patches, like modern day stamp collectors. And the patch wall hangers were really big. Where they really shine, though, you can put all your challenge coins and all your stuff on those. They're super cool for displaying your cool guy patches and stuff. But you can screw those onto a wall or into the door of a safe if you don't have the material inside that will actually attach to Velcro. And then you can use that. I keep patch panels by a lot of the doors in the shop. And then you've got everything Velcroed right there. You've got your mesh pockets for anything coming in and out of the building. You can have your car keys or extra stuff right there. I use a Velcro adjustable holster, and I keep a couple of flashlights in there. Fire extinguisher sits there, medical kit, everything's right there. Pepper spray, you can take and put hook Velcro around cans, anything that you want to keep there, and it'll just stick right there on the wall. And that's a good use for those things. And we make 3 different sizes of those patch wall hangers. All of this stuff you can see at soetacticalgear.com. And if you're not sure, if you're not familiar, I do a live video every night at 9 o'clock. So if you have questions about any of this stuff on YouTube, almost every night without exception, at or near 9 o'clock, I do a live video. And those conversations can be current events, politics, raising your family, homesteading, snakes, cars, lizards, whatever. I used to have a bunch of exotic animals and stuff. Literally anything you want to talk about. Those conversations are driven by the comments that you guys leave. They run for an hour, 2 hours every night. There's a few hundred people on there. And we talk gear. The beginning of the video, I show the gear that was made that day. It typically sells out that day, next day. So people jump on a lot of times just to see the first 5 minutes of the video, and then they're out. But if you want to have a conversation, business, anything, whatever you want to talk about. Amazon, we have an Amazon affiliate link. If you guys use Amazon and you appreciate any of the content we put out, if you would go to any of the descriptions on any of our videos, there's a link to affiliate links also on our website. And if you just click that, whatever that product happens to be at the time for Amazon, it downloads a cookie and it gives us 2% of your order, anything you buy in the next 24 hours. And it's just a way to help support because you appreciate what we do. It accumulates and adds up each month, and it takes a little bit of money away from the devil, which is Amazon. EMP Shield, awesome product, but also our friends. Like, we know these guys. They came in here, they installed our EMP shields in the building. If you're interested in coronal mass ejection, EMP, any of that stuff, not having your stuff fried at the end of the world, but what about the power system? Well, hopefully you've got a generator and you've got some solar also, so your stuff will still work. It'll also protect all of your circuits for lightning strike. Anything, when that system gets struck with lightning, anything on the back end, on the other side of the wall from this thing, they protect you and insure you up to $25,000. So EMP Shield, and if you use code SOE at EMP Shield, it'll give you $50 off of your order. So that's been the newest installment for Gear Locker. This is Friday. You'll be watching this on Saturday. If you have any input as to what you would like to see for the Valentine's Day promo items and available items that we don't typically run in colors you want them in, just leave some comments. You can also hit us up through email, and we will see you guys next time.